At 5:02 a.m., my supervisor laughed in my face and told me, "Guys like you don't move up. You just guard doors." 3 months later, I was sitting in his office, signing papers that doubled my salary, while he couldn't even look me in the eye. Stay with me. Because this revenge wasn't loud. It was surgical. If you've ever been underestimated, trapped, or made to feel invisible, hit that like button, subscribe, and settle in. Because this story isn't about luck, it's about what happens when someone quietly decides they've had enough. I was 32 years old, working nights as a security guard in a textile warehouse, the kind of place that smells like oil, dust, and exhaustion. Every night at 8 p.m., I clocked in. Every morning at 6 a.m., I clocked out, while the rest of the world was just getting started. I lived in a one-room apartment. Mattress on the floor. Broken fan. One flickering bulb. My shoes had holes. My uniform was 2 sizes too big. And every single morning, walking home, I passed windows glowing warm and alive, families eating breakfast, men in clean shirts heading to offices. I felt like a ghost moving in reverse through someone else's life. And the worst part? People at work knew it. My supervisor, Ralph, loved reminding me where I stood. He'd sip his coffee at shift change and say things like, "Night guards don't need ambition. Just strong legs and low expectations." The others laughed. I swallowed it. Every time. I wasn't lazy. I walked miles every night. Stayed alert. Did my job. But no matter how hard I worked, nothing changed. Then my mother collapsed. I still remember the sound of my sister's voice on the phone, thin, shaking. At the rural clinic, my mother held my hand like she was afraid I'd disappear. "Don't waste your life like I wasted mine," she whispered. "Promise me you'll find a way." That night, standing outside the clinic at 5 a.m., watching farmers walk into the mist, something inside me snapped. Not sadness. Rage. Quiet, controlled rage at being stuck. At being laughed at. At being invisible. And that's when I noticed the time. 5 a.m. The world was silent. But alive. On the bus back to town, I met Mr. Chen, calm, well-dressed, reading at dawn. When he told me he woke up at 4:30 every morning, something clicked. "You're asleep when opportunity is awake," he said. "That's why nothing changes." Then he handed me a challenge. 2 hours. Every morning. No excuses. Learn. Build. Prepare. And he warned me. The first week will feel like punishment. The first month will feel pointless. But the third month, that's when revenge starts. The alarm at 5 a.m. felt like violence. My body screamed. My brain begged. Every instinct told me to quit. But I remembered Ralph's laugh. My mother's hands. That word, hopeless. So I sat at my rickety table, eyes burning, watching Excel tutorials on my phone. Learning formulas. Rewinding. Failing. Trying again. At work, Ralph noticed. "You look tired," he smirked. "Don't tell me you're dreaming of promotion." I said nothing. That was the revenge, silence. By day 20, I woke up before the alarm. By month 2, I had certificates. Confidence. Momentum. And then, I saw the weakness. The warehouse inventory was a mess. Lost stock. Bad numbers. Chaos. So I fixed it. Quietly. I built a system. Day 87. I was called into the office. Ralph was there, standing, arms crossed, smug as ever. The manager spoke first. "This inventory system. Who built it?" I raised my hand. Silence. Ralph's smile froze. The manager turned to him. "Why didn't you tell me your night guard was more capable than your entire clerical team?" Ralph opened his mouth. Closed it. Then came the words I'll never forget. "We're offering Thomas a day shift accounting position. Double the salary. I didn't look at Ralph, but I felt it. That moment when someone realizes they were wrong, and there's no undoing it. As I stood to leave, Ralph muttered, "Guess you got lucky." I turned back. "Come. Steady. No. I just woke up earlier than you." Revenge doesn't always scream. Sometimes it wakes up quietly at 5 a.m. and builds a life so undeniable that the people who doubted you have no choice but to watch. If this story hit you, if you've ever been underestimated, smash that like button, subscribe, and tell us in the comments. What time would you wake up if it meant proving everyone wrong? More stories coming. Same justice.